Hello, 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 everybody. Hello. Wow, I'm coming in pretty high energy. Let me just ground myself. Hello, beautiful Angela. Hello, gorgeous Jennifer. Hello. Oh my goodness. Gary, hi, hi, hi to you. Gary, hi, hi, hi. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Today we are talking about one of my favorite topics. I don't know. Hello, Valerie. Hello to you. I don't know whether I need to start introducing because everything's my favorite, everything I'm excited about, but it's true. It's true. It's actually coming authentically. So I guess it's okay. And let me you guys tell me if I need to ground a bit because I can feel like I'm really excited. I don't know why. She's starting already. Okay. Overwhelmed by life. Overwhelmed by life. It's one of my favorites because today we will talk about all four bodies. All four bodies. When I was thinking about the preamble, I'm like, Manal, it's another four body exploration. So excited to see what we are going to find. Monica, hello, Manal. So happy to be back here with you and the gang. My word, fulfilled. Yes. A fulfilled life. It's so interesting because my son is more profound than I give him credit for sometimes. And this week when we were driving, he's driving. We know he's driving. I'm getting more relaxed with him behind the wheel, but he's driving. But he's like, Mom, sometimes I just don't understand what life is about. And I'm like, oh, you're a son of mine. You are my child. You're my child. It's like, Mom, will you just do and do and do to get to the next level, because on Sunday we had something, he's a freshman preparing for college and ACTs and PSATs and all of that world. And I said to him, don't worry, you'll get in wherever you want. And he's like, yeah, I know that but anyway, the whole point is he's like, Mom, why are we living just to keep getting to the next place? What happens? And I said, yes, Yusuf. And Monica, you brought that up because it's about being fulfilled. It's being appreciative. It's about being satisfied. It's just finding contentment. He even talked about some of the richest men. He's like, Mom, some of the richest men in the world, they've got their billions and they want still their more billions. He goes, if I had my billions, I'm going to be out there enjoying it. He said, if I had my billion, he goes, I am not going to work. He goes, and I said, yes, people are we discussed it together. Okay, they're trying to fill their self-worth, but where are we trying to get to? We're trying to get to fulfillment. Fulfillment. So interesting. I also talked to one of my dear friends / coaching clients / really successful entrepreneur he's so highly successful and he's reached a level of abundance, of full satisfaction. We were talking about life and we were talking about what's going on and we were talking about how all of us are on the same journey because he's done his work / play. We're all on the same journey and that it's all about alignment with our self-worth and our freedom and our happiness. And that's called fulfillment. So Monica, such a great word, fulfilled. So today's intention is for all of us to recognize what's keeping us from fulfillment. Jen, hi Manal, Gary, Valerie, and everyone too. And Gary's sending love. Missed you, Gary. Love you all. Jane, hi Manal, and everyone. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so four bodies. Fulfilled. Does anybody else want to put their word in there? Abundant. I really like abundance. And I like abundance for me. I like abundance because it's a freedom. Abundance is and maybe it's not the right word, but it just feels right. It's just abundance of happiness and overflowing. It just feels like overflowing and living freely and enjoying the best of life, the best of life, and just always feeling that abundance is the opposite of scarcity. So it feels like I can keep giving and give to others and share with others. I realize that the more I speak about what my greatest desires are, I want X so I can give X. So I can give X, and that comes from abundance. So abundance is the beautiful. Anybody want to put any other words before I ask the big questions? Because I've got the big questions here on the tip of my tongue. I've got the big questions. The big questions are about the 4. I thought, you know what? Let's build up the 4 bodies. I don't know if we want to start with our minds. I like starting, sometimes I say the 4 bodies and I bypass the ego because I like to either cement it or set it. So today we're going to let the ego cement at the end. So, well, actually it's now when we were talking about the egoic beliefs, what we want. Sylvie, fearless. And can we, Sylvie, give me that word on the opposite side of the stick. We've got the coin. It has, and the hearts are starting. We've got, tell me if I need to like ground a bit more, guys. I can feel like I'm like, wow. Oh my God. One of my attorneys will say to me, she goes, Manal, calm that aura down. She tells me to calm my aura. I'm like, what are you talking about? Calm my aura. Oh my God. Kendra, hi Manal and everyone new here. Love your energy. Thank you. Balanced is great. Balance and fearless. I want Sylvie to come back with me on that. Amy, I love your enthusiasm. Please don't calm anything. Okay, good. Because I'm high vibe today. Because I've had some great conversations today with some of my most clear friends. And I think that clarity just helps me align. Okay, fearless, Sylvie, I want fearless. What's the opposite end of this word fearless that does not have fear in the word? So I want you to have that fearless, but I want to adopt another word because I don't like fear being in there. I want something, the same meaning of fear, but what's the opposite of fear on the other side? What's it? Jen, if Manal goes high pitched, she might start singing, Amy. Oh my God, I was singing today. I was singing earlier. Courageous, Jennifer, that's a good one. Courageous. Sometimes I feel like when we're saying fearless, we're also saying capable. It's almost like the fear is keeping us from believing that we're capable. Sometimes when we say fearless, I feel we're also saying worthy. So Sylvie, what is the flavor of your fearlessness that you're looking for? What's that flavor? Put that in because I want us to, appreciative is a good one. Angela, I love it. Amy, what word are we meant to be giving? Sorry, missed the start. Amy, we're giving what kind of life? Today's topic is overwhelmed by life. Overwhelmed by life. And then I suggested different words and I'm asking us all to put in what type of life do you want? A courageous life, a balanced life, an appreciative life, a fulfilled life, a abundant life, an easy life, a flowing life. Oh, Amy, weightless is great. Oh, I've never described it. Weightless feels like flowing. I love that. Kendra, a fulfilled life is fantastic. Sylvie, I want to hear from you. Peaceful, Tracy, I love peaceful. For me, peaceful is synonymous with happy and joy and blissful and loving. Peace is just another derivative and taste of that, but it just sort of feels like alignment and balance and fulfilled. Oh, feels good. Kendra, abundant life, flowing life. All of the above. That's good. Tracy, ease. You all know, have I ever given you, we haven't done it in a long time. Let's do the hard challenge. Who is up for the hard challenge? Sylvie, thank you. I'll go with flowing. Fantastic. Flowing. Maybe that's what you were saying when you're saying fearless. It's like, I just want it to go. Just want it to move. I want it to flow. Just want it to be easy. Sylvie, I like that. Are you willing to adopt that? Feely, drama-free. Okay, Feely, I'm going to ask you to reposition that word too. What is opposite of drama-free? What's the other side of that stick? What's drama-free? What is drama-free? I know. I don't like giving the answers, but I know. You want it to be authentic. You want it to be real. You want it to be connected, aligned, true, your truth. Does that sound right, Feely? Does that sound right? Jane, wow. Can that be my word too? Weightless, yes, and grateful and well abundant. Words, you all collect the words. Words. Tracy, I thought you asked the opposite. Oh, chaos. Yes, Tracy, we don't want chaos. That's what the overwhelmed is. Fantastic. No, what we're doing is cementing the egoic beliefs. And if somebody wants to write all of the best words, all of them, and put them in, and then I can read it out loud, but we want to go with a flowing, authentic, true, abundant, fulfilled, appreciative, aligned, balanced, joyful, blissful, peaceful life. peaceful life. Who wants to sign up? Okay, so who wants to sign up? Give me the hearts. This is our intention for today. We just sent the global intention. If I did not say a word you would like, put it in or say it in your mind. This is my intention. Share it in the window if you think so, one that we can all take. But this is the intention. I like to start all things with intention. Today's intention is for us to create this life of richness and ease and alignment and balance and beauty and celebration and love and care and support and grounded and alignment and alignment. What a beautiful. Okay, so this is, I'm going to give you all the hard challenge, and I'll put it in attaining your authentic life. I'm going to put it in the group, and I want everybody to, this is the homework. I want everybody to report on this. Okay, this is so important. Okay, me please, a life of presence. Fantastic. Present life. You're right, Jen. We didn't say present. 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 Because overwhelmed by life. Get to the bottom line, the thesis, so whoever wants to go can go now. It's about being in the now. It's about being present. It's about being peaceful, balanced, aligned, weightless in the now. It's about hearing a bird. Everybody imagine the bird in the background. And it makes you feel like you're soaring. And that your body is just weightless. The gift of presence. Fantastic. Oh my God, you guys, are we already feeling fantastic? Okay, so the hard challenge. This is the hard challenge. Quotes, okay? If you're listening to this, this is the quote, hard, unquote challenge. I have noticed in life, Gary, presence is definitely the key to everything. It's the key to everything. And the resistance that we're holding is what keeps us from being present and together in this forum, in attaining the authentic life. And Manal, Attain, and Mattain, we work to identifying the resistance in a really loving, investigative, exploratory way to let go of the resistance and align with the lives that we desire. That's what the philosophy is. And that's all the play that we do together. Play. So this is what the hard challenge is. I observed that we use the word collectively as a society everywhere. That is hard. That must be hard. This is hard. She is hard. Feel sorry for her. That's hard. If you start to measure, so this is the homework. 1, start to hear, take inventory of every time you hear and say the word hard. If you want to play it with a friend, I was playing with it, like 3 or 4 of us. We'd go on our walks, we'd talk. They were my connected ones, a little group of mine, a little tribe of mine. And oh my God, it was everywhere. We couldn't go for a walk without one of us saying, oh, I said it again. We would say everything. Life was hard. The kids were hard. This was hard. And the challenge is first to become aware of it. Observe it. We became too judgy and too competitive about it, so don't go there. We did become so funny about it. It's just a bit too much at times. I got a visitor, guys. If you're wondering, I didn't just... The tail, oh my goodness. So start to count, start to become aware, and then when you start to realize how much it's truly integrated into your life, start to shift to any of these words that we've chosen. Aligned, it's easy. Don't try to find words that don't feel resistant. If you just have to say, oh, I just said hard again, that's fine. And then keep going until you can go more and more resistance free. So the whole point is to acknowledge the resistance, not to add resistance on that resistance. That's judgment. That's did it again. That's all of that different type of energy. And then when you're ready, because you've been done in an observer mind again, remove it and then add a new word. Replace it with a new word. I got, and this I took from somebody, an easy button, and I placed them all over my house. I think it was Abraham Hicks, Esther from Abraham Hicks, that she talks about the easy and whatever. So I bought easy buttons. I did, from listening to her. I bought easy buttons, placed them all over the house. There was actually 2 in my bedroom. There's 1 in my living room. There's 1 in the kids, like they're everywhere in my house. Easy buttons. And we don't even play that game anymore. We've got it. The hard is out of my vocabulary and easy actually is. So that's a way that I could, who's up for the challenge? Who's up for the challenge? Gary, what you say is my resistance, kryptonite. It's what you say is my resistance, kryptonite. It's, are you keep saying more? Is not being present? What is? Jennifer is up for it. Mary Alice, yes. Esther passed them out to participants. Yes, Mary Alice, she did. It was fantastic. And so I've never gone to any of hers live. So I just went online and bought a whole bunch of easy buttons. And it was part of my, again, this is what are we doing? It's step 1. It's awareness. Becoming aware, non-judgmentally awareness. Tracy, what do you do with living with someone whose lives lifestyle? Oh, Tracy putting me to work. His lifestyle is different. Easy button? Yeah, you start to, first of all, it's a big one, guys. Tracy, it's a big one. First of all, look at how much you're judging them. Their lifestyle is different. Is that different bad? Or is it different good? Is different good or is different bad? Are you on a spiritual path that they're not? And if that answer is yes, there's actually judgment in there. You're on a, it is big. It's occasional pot smoking. So you're living with someone. Do you have to live with them? Do you have to live with them? So there's a few things. Judgment. Okay, fantastic. So the first things is fiance. Okay, fantastic. So first of all, this is some personal discussions that you have to have within yourself. So I'm going to answer the question and then I can ask you questions if you want, but I'm going to answer the questions. First of all is you have to decide what is aligned with your integrity. You're aligned with your integrity. So first of all, if you have judgment towards it, there's your resistance. So instead of saying he's doing something bad, first of all, explore your judgment. Explore the resistance that it brings up in you. And once you look at the judgment and where are you judging yourself for, in life, Tracy? If you have judgment of him, it's a mirror to how you feel of yourself. This is what I don't talk enough about relationships, and I'm going to start doing some videos and doing different things and actually live streams, different things. I'm going to start communicating more about relationships because relationships are a mirror to ourselves. So Tracy, what I would offer is there might be somewhere in there that you're judging yourself. Not good enough, out of control. I don't know what the judgments that you have. And if you want to share them and you just want to have it sure is. Okay, fantastic. Do you want to share them, Tracy? And everybody. You all know that when we're talking to one person, we're talking to everybody because everybody relates. What judgments do we all have on ourselves? What judgments? And this is funny because this is called overwhelmed by life, but overwhelmed by life is overwhelmed by myself. Overwhelmed by self. And judgments is one of them. We were going to go to the mental mind. So we started at the egoic level. Oh, Tracy is taking us into the mental level. So now let's go to mental level. And it doesn't matter if we want to talk about life or we want to talk about ourselves because it's all synonymous. It's all synonymous. So what are the judgments? Kendra, overwhelmed by my own judgment. Yes, fantastic. That's why today is called overwhelmed by life. Kendra, judging my own self. Fantastic. I got the goosebumps. You guys woke up the goosebumps on the body because I can see that there's an awareness going on. There's a big shift in awareness. I feel it. Fantastic. Haha, Kendra says. Tracy, I can't handle it. I feel like I don't want it to handle. Judgments that I'm dealing again. Dad had struggles with addiction. Beautiful. Beautiful. So Tracy, once you start to see the cookie cutter, okay, I see the hearts going. The cookie cutter. The cookie cutter is in my life, there are people with addiction. And that's because I feel out of control or whatever your story is. You can share your story, say what it's bringing up in you. I can say what the story sounds like and you can say what the story is. So type in the window and everybody type in the window that relates. So you've got your cookie cutter and your cookie cutter is bringing in people that are dealing with addictions, which is basically about freedom and about control. So now you have some growing that relationships are showing to you. Feels like you have no control. Control safety. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So the first thing you could do is, yeah, you can get rid of your fiance, but I can guarantee you're going to get another fiance that's probably going to do the same thing. It might be hidden and then all of a sudden it'll be exposed. Maybe it's gambling, maybe it's something else. So what you want to do is first get into integrity and then decide what to do. Or allow the life and universe to shift what's going to happen. Take the decision out of you and clean up your vibration. Allow the vibrational world to do it for you from a place of weightlessness. I'm going to remember this word all day today. We're going to keep saying it. From weightlessness, from freedom, from ease, from balance, from fulfillment, from all of those words that we said. So the way that we do that is now you recognize, oh, there's my resistance. I found it today. I found that I am judging my fiance, which is a reflection of the judgment I have on myself. And I recognize that I feel out of control. And that this reminds me of a cookie cutter dealing with my dad and with addiction and having all of this, what else is waking up in there? And then you just get into alignment by recognizing like whatever beliefs that we want to go into. And if you want to answer more questions, I see it. I'm not strong enough, not doing enough. There we go. There's that judgment. You guys know what not enough is? It's worthiness. Worthiness. Fantastic. Fantastic. Gary, I'll wear out my thumb with that list. Fantastic. Fantastic. Wear it out, Gary. Wear it out because I have my eyes on you. Wear it out and bring it all out. And emotionally and mentally release it. Release these things that we're not willing to share with people. I was out for breakfast with a dear friend today, and he talked about things that were closed in his internal closet, and it came out, and I was feeling his resistance, and I didn't really want to talk anymore, and then he anyway, it came out, and it was really therapeutic for him, and it wasn't my intention, and it didn't, but he got out stuff that was sitting in there and released a significant amount of shame. Amazing. So this is a safe forum for us to let go of the baggage, to let go of it so we can be weightless. Monica, not worthy. Fantastic. Not good enough. Not pretty enough. Too fat. Fantastic, Monica. How many other teachers, when they say that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, not pretty enough, too fat, say fantastic the way that I do? I'm so funny. Monica, fantastic. Tracy, yes, feels like no control. Control is safety. Fantastic. And let's ask everybody, do we have control in life? Who knows what the antidote to control is? Monica, I like that you love that. Who knows what the antidote is? What's the antidote to control? What's the antidote? Kendra, I feel my worth. I always have, but abused as a child, programmed for me to judge myself. Beautiful, Kendra. So there's a push and pull. One of my dear friends, same thing. Is that she knew what was happening or was not true. And she had the knowing, but there was sort of life's experiences were contradicting to her knowing. So there was that sort of that resistance in terms of like what's going on, some self-doubt. So fantastic. What's the resistance that you have in there? Your self-judgment as being bad. You weren't good enough. Ooh, why is that going off? Okay, it stopped. I'm too tired to be helpful. Fantastic. Do you know that tired is an emotion? It's an emotion, and it's a mental thought, and it's physical. So I like that. I'm too tired to be helpful. Fantastic. And what's keeping you tired? Can you go deeper, what's keeping you from being aligned with your energy, your flow? Why are you too tired? Amy, I'm too weak. Why can't I deal better with what life throws at me? Beautiful. Amy, that's capable. Then you're looking to be capable. Is that worthiness? You guys, these are really interesting. Jennifer, not enough. Self-confidence, not pretty, not strong. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tracy's there with you, Amy. Wonderful. You guys, this is amazing. I wish I could be lighter. We are getting lighter. Instead, Tracy, how about this? Today, we have the intention for all of us to look in the mirror and see those judgments that don't feel good until they feel good, and they release us to the truth of our worthiness, our freedom, and our love. Today, we're looking in the mirror. We're going under the bed and looking for the boogeyman and saying, oh, there I see you, and you're not a boogeyman. You're not a boogeyman. You are my path to freedom and to worthiness and self-love. You are not the boogeyman. You open up the closet and see the boogeyman isn't, you were pointing me to my self-worth. Got it. On it. And we were going to laugh our way and easy way our way through it. Laugh our way and easy our way through it and play our way through it. When you're all sharing how you're feeling now, is it liberating, or are you feeling that resistance? Are you unloading? What is the energy all of you are having right now? Tracy, yes, let it go, let it go. And we're not going to intellectualize letting it go. The shift is emotional. So emotional. Okay, what is the resistance you're feeling, Tracy? Let's use you. Let's keep using you as our like example. Unloading. Good, Monica. Some of you are unloading and some there might be resistance. Wherever it is, it doesn't matter. We're going to get to everybody unloading. Liberation, Kendra says, fantastic. Gary, I still didn't understand what you said up there. Tracy, mind is saying don't be okay with the pot. Okay, Tracy. We're not going to get to whether or not to be okay with the pot. That's not what today, well, we might get there. Don't get me wrong. Right now, we're going to go deeper than that. Okay. What we're going to get to is first is the lack of control. Did anybody answer me to what the opposite of control is in this world? What we want to do is move away from you feeling that you've got to attract people with coping mechanisms and with addictions. We're going to go through to that freedom, Monica. Fantastic. The opposite of control is freedom. And also acceptance, feeling supported. To me, opposite is acceptance. Jeff, fantastic. I think I see freedom too as control because you're free from all of the limitations that we have. Surrender is a great one. That's step 5. Step 5 is surrender. So it's not about intellectualizing it. You all know it's not about intellectualizing it. It's going deep and finding out which of the unconditional 3 that resistance is helping you with. So Tracy, we see it's control, which is freedom. It could be worthiness, that you're worthy to be in a healthy, happy relationship. It could be your happiness. What do you think of the 3 that your control is leading you to? That's for you, Tracy. Or maybe I'm doing the wrong stuff and trying to do more. I feel ineffective when I do. Depression, physical resistance, and discomfort. I'm working on sleep hygiene, but oh baby, it's wonky schedule. Okay, fantastic. So you're again are limiting the flow of your energy. The sleep is you're tired, trying to do more. There's a lot of judgments. There's a lot of judgment that you have. This is so interesting. We started with judgment. We're going to keep going to judgment. I love the theses that we get in here. I'm doing maybe the wrong stuff. Self-judgment. I'm not good enough. I am not worthy. And trying to do more. I have to effort through it. Nobody said that we want a efforting life. We said a weightless life, a flowing life. So there's a resistance that things that we have to do more. Okay. So there's 2 for you are. I feel ineffective when I do. Again, capable, feeling incapable, and self-judgment. Depression is the resistance on the resistance. We're not acknowledging our resistance. So it's going to build up, and we're going to feel sad. We're going to feel lonely. We're going to feel depressed. Fantastic. Physical resistance and discomfort. Yeah, you described a lot of mental resistance, a lot of emotional resistance. Actually, you didn't really talk about depression, you said, which is one emotion. Can you tell more about your emotional resistance? A bit more. You didn't really talk about your emotional. So you're closing off your emotional body. It's your mental body that's describing a lot of things, but you're not seeing your emotions. That's where you are. I want you to see your emotions. I'm working on sleep hygiene, but oh baby, it's a wonky schedule. Okay, you've given us a lot to chew on. I want you to talk to me about your emotions. Gary, today it's making more resistance. Okay, fantastic. Gary, can you list? You said, ooh, I have a big list. Can you list them? List them, and let's break them down. Freedom, acceptance, surrender. That's where we're going to today. To me, we're going today, all of us, we're going to resistance. We're going to go to freedom. We're going to go to acceptance. We're going to go to surrender. And we might actually go into a meditation earlier than later because I feel that would be really liberating. Jen, it's so liberating. I used to be resisting. Amy said to surrender. Okay, and the way that we go to surrender, acceptance, the way we go to freedom, the way that we go to all of these words is by seeing the resistance. And if you have layer on layer on layer on layer on layer on layer on layer, might take a bit more unwrapping to get to the surrender. But it doesn't matter. Guess what? We have unlimited time together. We're here on this life to do it. One step at a time. In the now, being present is infinite. So we have infinite time and it's fun. I love doing this. I love doing this. Wasn't it last inspiration where I noted that I was sensitive to saying things and I wrote it down and I said, Manal, you're going to work and recognize I didn't want, so perfectly. And it's like steps, one step at a time, being present, working it. Jeff, I need to release expectations and stop fearing that I'm missing out. Okay, fantastic. Jeff, go more on that for me. Talk to me about the emotions and talk to me about the fear and missing out. Talk more, talk more, talk more. Okay, Amy, not sure I feel capable. I think it's more so battered by life in recent times that I've been knocked on the ground and I'm looking to try and get back on my feet and find strength again. Trust myself and I believe I can cope. Yes, yes, there's trust, there's surrender. Amy, everybody, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to read a couple of the comments and then we're going to do it. I have the next step for all of us. Amy, I'd like to share with you that I felt that life knocked the breath out of me, but we'll get better. Fantastic. I skied once and had the breath taken out of me too. I know we're not talking about the same thing. That was a physical expression we're talking. Anyway, I digress. Okay, I need to release expectations and stop fearing that I'm missing out. Fantastic. That's me. 17. Okay, Gary. Hi, Jane. Okay, Heidi. I'm surrendering now. As I go out to talk to my 90-year-old at assisted living who's angry at facility. It brings me anxiety. I won't take anxiety out there. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so fantastic. So I'm going to ask a question that comes every time. I'm going to ask a question. We've gotten already to surrender and trust. What does everybody believe in? What are your religious and spirit? I see the hearts going. This is so beautiful. Everybody's doing so fantastic. And we're doing so many parallel growings. Like, this is just so incredible to me. I love you all. I love you all. If there's any doubt, I love you all, every single one of you. Okay, so the question is, what are the egoic beliefs that we're going to lean on? We've talked about it. To the antidote to the control, the antidote to the fear, the antidote. Obviously, we got to see it and feel it, but I feel that a lot of us have gone, let's come back to what are we trusting? What is it? We define what we want from life. We want weightless, we want flowing, we want this. But what are we here for? What are we here for? Agnostic, following middle way. Okay, Heidi, what does it? When I say religious beliefs, I don't want to say, okay, we're Catholic, we're Christian, we're Muslim, we're Buddhist. Well, I don't know why my alarm went off again, guys. I know which one it is. Let me stop it instead of snooze it. There we go. That was annoying. Sorry. I want to know more in a spiritual way, that there is a higher purpose. That, don't worry, Heidi. Your question, I don't articulate sometimes, and your responses help me guide it. So you answered correctly. Now I'm going even further, because a few inspirations ago we recognized that if we're not grounded, or we have doubt in whether we are grounded in our spiritual beliefs, we don't have the strongest support for building on the other bodies. So what we want to do is cement what we know and honor what we want to explore. So you answered in the right way, but I want us to go even more. You answered right, but you made me express the question bit. There, Jen, that's exactly. So Monica, spiritual awakening. And Jen, belief in a higher power, in God. Beautiful. Some people call him God. Some people call him Jesus. Some people call him Allah. Some people call him higher power. Some people call him inner being. Some people, so Heidi, more expansion. So you believe in expansion. Some people call it vibration. Some people call it light. Some people call it purpose. But what is it? I believe in nature. Some people call it universe. Beautiful. Some people call it source. Some people call it nature. But I want us all to cement the I am more than me. There's a meaning beyond my physical being. I don't know why it brings me so much excitement saying it right now. I am you and you are me, and I am nature, and we're all the same because there's a higher story. I'm part of all that is. Jeff, beautiful. Mary Alice, source, beautiful. I think my limiting is from fear. Previous experiences of being hurt, fantastic. And being afraid it will happen again, wonderful. And desiring control and understanding, wonderful. I am worthy. I just feel like I'm spinning my wheels to go nowhere. No, you're not. You're not spinning your wheels. You're humaning, and you are human. And our human experiences help us arrive. What is it that Monica just said? Spiritual awakening. Our human experiences allow us to go in. Our human experiences have questions like this in a forum like this that we say, let's cement our spiritual beliefs, and we can speak it because we're looking for truth. Truth. The universe is within us. Beautiful. Truth. Even truth can be your spiritual belief. Truth. But what we want to do is sometimes when we're looking for control or letting go of control, well, who are we going to give it to? Who are you going to give your control to? If the control comes back to us as humans, it's not a lot to lean on because we are humaning. We are going to feel. We are going to express. We are going to have these. So who are we going to give this control to? So let's talk about it. Heidi, we are connected. Beautiful. I saw this. Experienced in medical ketamine treatment for PTSD, like a web of stars. Beautiful. So Heidi, what I'm getting at to you and to everybody is you know truth. And just because we might not articulate it in a way that other people with different words and names, let's still honor our knowing of truth. I think it's a really big one. And not doubting our knowledge of truth because we don't call ourselves or identify by a certain calling. Because at the end of the day, when we are here in the egoic level, I am. And I am. I am. And that's a connection to infinite. That's a connection to universe. That's connection to God. That's connection to nature. That's connection to me, to you. That's a connection with life, with more. So now when we're talking about Tracy being worried about her fiance and marijuana and control and trusting, let's come back to this, cement this, and then process again, and then we can let go of the resistance. We let go of the resistance. So we're going to keep jumping between the bodies because they're all connected, and then we identify the resistance, and then we ground and tether ourselves. And then we identify, and then we tether ourselves. And then we identify, then we tether ourselves. Then we identify, then we tether ourselves. Then we identify, and we tether ourselves. Good? Good? So how's everybody feeling? Okay, I'm going to read some of the comments. I want to know how everybody's feeling. We are all relative. Acceptance, beautiful. This is the bit I'm lost. The bit I'm looking for. I can fully trust and surrender again. My belief in a higher power or purpose has gone on temporary holiday. Amy, you're not the only one. So why has it gone on holiday? You're not the only one. Why has it gone on holiday? And what is it that you're resisting? We're resisting because it's this, whatever it is that you know it's true. I'm not going to tell you what that truth needs to be. But whatever you are, that you know that there's a higher meaning to this human journey. Even as simple as, I am human. I'm going through this human journey. I'm supported. There's so many amazing religions and spiritual beliefs that reinforce the belief that we are supported. I'm going to continue to explore and read and understand what the truths are to me. But until then, I am going to cement myself in the beauty of my humanness and the beauty of the higher meaning of life. That's all you need. And then you explore and find your truths. But it's that teetering of feeling that you don't know that keeps you. How does that feel? How does that feel? Like getting the hearts going. Jennifer, I feel more aligned. Beautiful, beautiful. Heidi, the word humaning is a lovely as it feels non-judgmental. Yes, Heidi, it's one of my words. I love it too. Fantastic, fantastic. R, my favorite affirmation is you don't have to be anything more than you are right now. I love it from Mr. Rogers. You're right. I love it. He's saying I am present. You don't have to be anything more than who you are right now. I am non-judgmentally, unconditionally present is what Mr. Rogers, Mr. Dear Rogers, bless his heart and rest in peace, is saying. I am. I unconditionally am in the now. I am unconditionally now. Amy, it's on holidays because I feel like the universe deserted me and threw a load of stuff at me I didn't deserve. It seems cruel. It's got into my shell like a grab. Beautiful, Amy. Beautiful. That's wonderful. There's anger. There's resentment. There's fear. There's lack of trust. Beautiful. So, Amy, is it serving you? So you went in your shell and you went in like a crab, and now you're in the shell, and so you're tired and discouraged and judgmental. And Kendra says, oh my, me too, Amy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You guys, beautiful, beautiful. So now what are you ready for? Heidi, my daughter says sees Mr. Rogers as her father. That makes me want to cry. That's beautiful, Heidi. Kendra, but now I'm here to reconnect. Beautiful. So what is it you all desire? Jen, I get that, Amy, too. For a long time, I cut myself off, but now it's growing again inside me. It feels good. Good, good. That's what I want us all to relate. And in attaining my authentic life, what did we say? When I was meditating, I could see the wall. In university, we used to have an Ironman, and it was called Storm the Wall because we did it in groups of 4 or 5. Now I think it's 5. I think back then it was 4. It was iconic for the university. And you run, and at the end, we all have to get over the wall. And I was meditating, and I saw us and our community and our tribe as we're all getting on that wall and pulling each other up, and then one of us might slip, and then we pull each other up, and then we get and we're all getting and pulling ourselves on the wall, and that's what it is. So when we all say, hey, I relate, I get what you're saying. Oh, I've been angry with God and life and purpose. I've detached from it. I've got into my shell. I've been tired. Oh my God, I understand that. Okay, so now what do we want? We want to be aligned. We want to be happy. We want to be weightless. We want to be weightless. So what are the thoughts? What are the beliefs? What are the thoughts? What are the expressions? What are the physical state that I can start to move towards and shift towards so I can feel weightless? Just feel weightless. Feel weightless. Amy, all those words are absolutely how I feel. Anger. Fantastic, Amy. Fantastic. And is there power in you articulating it now? Is there power? You don't sound like a victim. So I want you to feel the power of you articulating it with clarity and observation and exploration and with truth. Oh, this is what's going on. And then what is it that's desired? What's the desired state? Heidi, allow others to find their way. I think of myself as a mirror to reflect back, but I'm so judgmental of myself. I'm learning a healthier way. Fantastic, Heidi. Fantastic. Kendra, just want to share. I tried to donate, but I can't now. I'll go to your page later and do it. Kendra, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I feel more aligned, humaning. I get that. At Jeff, much connection with your thought. I can relate. Amy says, Kendra, Heidi, we assume we have control. We have no control, so who does? Jeff, I don't feel like there needs to be a controller. The universe just flows. Yes, Jeff, that's why that word weightless is marvelous. We just allow. I'm giving up efforting in my life and just allowing. Weightless. Abundance is part of that. Abundance is a part of that. I think I've read all of the comments now. Abundance is part of that, right? 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 So how is everybody feeling right now? How's everybody feeling? Heidi, my therapist feels anger can be helpful. Anger pushes people away, which gives us safe space. So anger can have a healthier purpose. Yes, yes. Kendra, much better. Good, good, good. Okay, good. Tracy, how are you feeling? Gary, how are you feeling? I'm asking those that sort of, Heidi's happy to be here. And Heidi, I'm happy you are here. So happy everybody is here. Feeling safe. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's what I want for us all. Because we are. And everything we experience in the external world is a reflection of what's going on in our internal world. It's a reflection of what's going on inside of us. We have the opportunity for the external world to share with us what's going on internally, and we have more and more tools than ever. We are so lucky as a humanity to have the tools. We're so lucky. Let's use them. Let's use them. Heidi, come with me to my aunt's assisted living. I will just tuck you in my pocket. Heidi, where are you? I would love to. I would love to. Gary, Manal, every couple of weeks I go through emotion code therapy and we release some pretty strong emotions. Good. Now I'm processing those emotions for the next 2 or 3 days. Sometimes the emotions are echo back at you. It's like a bunch of the most painful emotions and letting them all I lost the row, and letting them all echo back at the same time. That can at times feel so raw, and that's being gentle. Then at times I feel fine. Right now is not one of them though. Gary, what do you feel? Emotion code therapy. I'm gonna look that up. Tell me how you feel. Jennifer feels hopeful. Jeff, more slowed down and calm. Good, Jeff. Fantastic. Jeff, you said more slowed down. I'd like for us to see if we can shift it to aligned and calm, connected and calm, grounded and calm, flowing and calm. Can better than more slow down, because there's a judgment in there. No, it's subtle, but guess what? I'm the queen of subtlety. First time I called myself that. I'm the queen of subtlety. I'm going to hear the subtle things that we say and what it subtly means and call us on it so we can align to that weightlessness that we're looking for. And I can see it. I can see you've got the clarity, Jeff. So that's why I'm calling you on it. So can you tell me something else? Heidi, Utah. That's a distance from me. But you can take me somehow. You can imagine me in your pocket. How's that? Kendra says she's got the book. Heidi, is it like shadow parts work? Helen, honestly, I feel worried. Okay, Helen, talk, release. What's it you feeling worried about? Jan, reassured and at ease. Fantastic. Jeff, grounded or peaceful and calm? Perfect. Like my heart stopped beating out of my chest. Fantastic. So I like that you now have the physical, that your heart is in alignment. Your heart is peaceful. Your heart is calm. And you recognize the difference, and you can get here at any point and any time. You can get here at any time. Good, 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 good. Helen, I want you to talk more, and Gary, I want you to talk more. I want everybody to talk more, but anybody that's not feeling rested, put it out there. Gary, you know what I want you to do? I want you to blah, not the storyline. I want you to blah what you're feeling, okay? Feeling. And Helen, I want to know what, okay, perfect. Helen, I lost my job and I have severe anxiety, so that makes it hard to find a new one. Fantastic, Helen. Anxiety is fear. Write all your fears. Amy, write all your fears, Helen, okay? We're going to keep bringing it down. Write all your fears. Blah all your fears. Please, please, please. Amy, my current stumbling block with the universe is I always had a strong belief in fate, but I believed it would always ultimately work out happily, and it hasn't. So I'm not sure how to believe in a fate universe that can hurt you. How can you trust in that? Was it too childish to have this fairy tale view of life and fate? No, Amy. It is not. How about if I help you shift the way that you interpreted the negativity that the universe brought you? Okay, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. And I feel like crying, okay? There is a very strong karmic element to life. See, I'm telling you, I'm going to cry. There's a very strong karmic and fate element of life. That's the paradox of life. That to have what we want in the outside, we feel it first inside. We feel it first on the inside. You will never get anything you want until you feel it on the inside. And you started a life feeling it on the inside and radiating it. And then one day, boom, life crashed. Whatever the reason is. We all have our stories, and some of us talked about it, someone who don't. We've talked about it in past stories. We have it, and it crashed. And why would it crash if we're living that way? But then there's a bigger, deeper meaning to life. There's a bigger, deeper life. First of all, you came in and life conditioned you, your family, your living circumstances, things that you weren't even aware of that you were picking up because you were a baby, a small being, a fetus, and then a baby, then a child that was absorbing the world's vibrations. But those are teaching us as we grow to align and to allow our internal to create the external. If we come in perfectly and everything's perfect, then where's the learning and where's the growing in the human journey? So everything that you believe is true. So I'm going to say it to you. I'm going to reread it with the truths that I believe. Okay, I believe in fate. And everything will work out happily. I trust fate. But why do things sometimes not happen positively or happily? Because we're judging them as bad. We're not seeing them as part of my fate to take me to inside. We're labeling it. Oh my God, I have to look it up because I'm going to butcher it again. But that old Chinese parable, that old Chinese fairy tale where it is where it is. And it's our judgment, our shame, and our caring as things being bad that ultimately make us shift and shift that inside. I don't know if I'm connecting, Amy and everybody, with what I'm saying. It's we're labeling our life's experience as bad that makes us internalize them. But what if life is just life and the unfolding is just the unfolding and everything is because we're growing and expanding and things that happen are happening for a reason. It's a bigger reason than we know because there's a bigger reason to life than we ever know. But life has taught us to judge things as bad. And it's that judgment that's the resistance. It's not what happened in life that's bad. It's what we're judging and holding again. Because in the present moment, it doesn't exist. And now it doesn't exist. I think it's now I'm resonating. It doesn't exist. It just exists here and internally. So Amy, the way that you see life is perfectly beautiful, and that belief of yours was a truth, and now am I resonating? It's what we make it mean that hurts the most. Yes, Mary, it's what we make it mean a rejection and make it work shame. I was telling you about the conversation I had with my dear friend today, and he was speaking not his light, and he just radiates light, and then I kept pushing because I just didn't like it because I want him to radiate his life. But then when he was pushing back because I was going against some really strong emotional from the past that he didn't want to talk about because he was hiding it, that his resistance started to make me react to my insecurities. And we kept going at it because we're strong, powerful people. In the end, we surrendered together. But it wasn't always a comfortable conversation. And he felt better before I felt better. And then he started to talk to me about why I didn't feel better. And then I said, well, this is why I didn't feel better. And then we shared things that made us grow closer. But what's the point of that? The point is it's just like Marielle's saying, it's what we make it mean that hurts the most. But the truth is I just wanted him to see his light. And him pushing against me wasn't my light being shamed or judged. It was he was feeling responsive or sensitive, and so then my light was picking up on that. So nothing that happens, Kendra, but accidents happen too, and people make mistakes. Not everything I feel can be exactly fate. Fate's not linear, and when we say fate, we are expecting things to be linear. Also, there's more than us and this human experience. There's also things that we're coming in as humans that's part of fate that we're meant to overcome and grow and learn. Oprah's stories, I haven't talked about Oprah in so long, but Oprah's stories and some of her shapings and the things that happened to her allowed her to evolve into the strong woman that she is, to allow her to know that she is her own king. And it's those experiences that guided her to it. So if she did not have that difficult childhood, she might not be the woman that she is. So nothing is, this is where I sort of become sticky with my language, though I make sure that I'm articulating it. I'm never going to say accidents is good and a lot of the trauma is good, but it's our perception as them as bad rather than accepting the human journey for something broader than we don't understand and judging it as bad that's keeping us from the being present. So yes, death is not comfortable, and any accidents is not comfortable, and things happening to young children does not feel like fair. There's a lot of things that I can turn around and say blah, 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 blah. It's bad. But then there's a bigger meaning. That's where we come back to what's the higher meaning. What's the higher meaning? I have my beliefs. And I believe that karma is one of them, but some of the karma that we're carrying inside of us is deeper than the linear or the conscious, our conscious awareness. Some of the karma is bigger than, it's the first time I said it like this, guys, and I think it's deep. It's bigger than our conscious awareness. So let's stop fighting against our unconscious unfolding of the human journey. I got the hearts going. Is that resonating? Amy, so maybe fate gave me these events to show me how strong I am? Yes! I wouldn't have minded not knowing though. Yes, but we're trying to make fate conscious and linear. Fate, if we truly believe in life and fate, it's not conscious, it's not linear. And then one day we realize, oh, that's why. That's what life wanted to teach me. That's what God wanted to teach me. That's what universe wanted to teach me. That's what karma was about. That's what fate was about. And if you believe in it, there might be other lives other than our current life. Past life -1 or -2 or -3 or -4 or -5, -6. Maybe we're doing light work for past generations. Maybe it's genetic. They're showing evidence that there's things genetically in us from our ancestors. So the problem with you not believing in fate is you want a linear interpretation, a linear conscious interpretation of the one-on-one reaction, action, reaction, action, and it's not going to give it to you that way. Guys, good? Am I beating it or do we got it? Do we got it? Do we got it? Did we get that? Did we get there? Did we get there? Did we get there? Did we get there? Gary, I think I would rather release his emotions the old-fashioned way than you're not processing all of them at one time. What are you saying? That you don't really like that other process? It doesn't sound comfortable to me. I know that there's a lot of processes that I have seen and experienced that allow you to process a lot of emotions in a powerful way, but when you're done, you feel good. I feel like if you're doing any work, you should I just put my judgment, but it's my judgment. This is a judgment, my belief. This is a belief. It's not judging something as good or bad, because if this works for you, good, but I'm saying my belief. I believe that any healing modality that we do should make us feel good. And that's why my lives sometimes go really long, because I'm like, I'm not ending this if everybody's not aligned. I'm not ending this if you still have that resistance. I'm not ending this if you still feel like it's in there. No, we got to get to aligned. So for me, any healing modality that I think we pick, we're shifting and they move us to that shift, and things might happen unconsciously. I'm HSP, so E code hurts. Gary, I have no idea what that means. Kendra, you're so amazing, Manal. Thank you so much for being you. Kendra, you make me blush. You know, I have the blushing moments. I feel like I missed so many comments. I'm a highly sensitive person. Okay, are we going to go there? Should I go there? Gary, are you ready for me to go there? Are you guys ready for me to go there? Who has listened to my meditation talk on empath? Who's listened to it? I think it's called being an empath as your superpower. As your superpower. Being an empath is your superpower. Okay, I'm going on a soapbox. You guys push me off it when you're ready. Going on the soapbox. These are one of my words, okay? These are my words. That's why I had to overcome being tired. This is one of my words. I am sick and tired of our empathetic nature and our highly sensitive nature being a weakness. It's a strength. Told you I'm going to get on the box. I'm staying on it. It's a strength. Me being able to feel the room, it's a strength. Me understanding emotion to a higher degree, it's a strength. Me understanding and being able to read the room, it's a strength. Me being able to get the goosebumps in the very beginning and knowing that we're shifting, it's a strength. Before, it was a weakness. It was a peakness because I believed that I was sensitive and I was taking it in and I was this and that. And then one day I realized, it's no longer am I going to allow being an empath being a weakness. It's going to be my superpower. So Gary and everybody, are you ready for your ESP, your HSP to be ESP? Are you ready to make yourself into a superhero? Are you ready? What did I call myself? The queen of sensitivity? Now I'm calling myself a super ESP, super HSP, super feeler, super aware, super understander, super empath. I can feel, but I am so grounded and so connected to my light that I radiate back love. I don't take in it, I radiate back love. Gary, are you ready to go there? Are you ready to go there? Heidi, like Rosa Parks' handbag. Her superpower, beautiful, beautiful. Jen, being vulnerable. Gary, you're right, but I already am a superhero. Perfect. I'm unveiling the S underneath this t-shirt. Beautiful, super Gary, beautiful. Gary, today we will shift. We as in you. Crack myself up and I'm not even singing. Today you will shift. What are you feeling now? What are you feeling? Yes, you are, Christine says. Gary is Gary's hero. Heidi, yes, Gary is Gary's hero. Gary, you're my hero. Gary, you're my hero. Gary, what are you feeling? How is everybody feeling? I'm taking feeling inventory. Everybody tell me how you're feeling, one of my favorite recent games is how are you feeling coming in and how are you feeling now? 1 is the beginning and 1 is the best and 10 is, 1 is the worst and 10 is the best. 1 is the worst and 10 is the worst. So funny because my kids will sometimes say a scale and I'll be like, what's it out of? They're like, Mom, everything's out of 5. And I'm like, no, it can't be out of 10. It could be out of 20. It could be out of any number. Kendra, safe and beautiful, 10. Fantastic. Empowered. Fantastic, says Lori. Empowered. I like that. Lori, that's what the name of the game is. Heidi, taking your superpower out into the world today, Manal. I'm going to have to get an S. I'm going to have to get a big S. Okay, fantastic. Elena, hello, Manal and friends. Hello. Jen says Gary in the now. Kyra, why do you talk so fast? Kyra, when I talk slower, I try to sometimes. That's why I said I'm super high energy today. And so if I need to slow down, let me know. Sometimes it's just coming so passionately out of me. Sometimes it's just like, I just want to share and I see, and sometimes it's not my words that's shifting everybody. It's the clarity of my knowing. So sometimes my words, we could have this be a non-talking inspiration. And every time I read something, I radiate the feeling and we'd all shift. Because you'd all feel and you'd pick it up, but it would be harder. It would be harder because we're human. So that's why. But if you need me to slow down, just tell me. And then if I still go too fast, just tell me because just go. And I used to it's so funny, Kyra, because in the beginning, my meditations, I would talk slowly because I felt like I needed to. And then I'd get these you're going too slow. And then I'd do some things talking at my normal speed. You're too fast. And I realized, you know what? I can't satisfy everybody. So what I'm going to do is do me. I'm going to be me and I'm going to do me. And when I'm authentic to whatever the inspiration is, and sometimes I'm just chill after a meditation, I'm just so chill and quiet. And I listen to the recordings later. I'm like, Manal, you are so chill. And then sometimes I'm like this because I see all these words coming in and I see all the hearts and I see everything flashing. And I want us all to get to the 10. I want us all to get to the empowering. I want to get to the love, the freedom, the worthy, and you're all making me laugh. Somehow your excited energy has calmed me. Jeff, fantastic. And then this is what I realized, that I want to radiate and bring in those there's so many amazing teachers. There's so many amazing people. Open up InsightTimer and I'm overwhelmed by the number of people. So I'm like, now I just need to call in those that want to hear your voice and radiate in the way that resonates. There's so many amazing teachers. so many amazing teachers. So the more that I can just be me and be true to me and like come out what comes is that. So that's the answer. But Kyra, that doesn't mean that I won't slow down if someone says, hey, slow down. Or, and I asked you guys in the beginning, is my energy too much? Because I feel like really loud, like really loud. And I know someone's come on and said, Manal, you're too loud. And I said, okay, I'll turn it down, but turn down your sound too. So Kyra, I'll slow down if that's what's needed to. Gary, I have tons of jokes, but you won't let me. Next week is the jokes. Next week we have laughter. Jennifer says 5 to 7. Okay, Jennifer, we're going to take you up a couple of notches. Gary, self-deprecating. Gary, this is your name of the game. This is fantastic. When I hear it now, it doesn't bother me because this is your cookie cutter, self-deprecating. And I'd like to know where it came from. Let's figure out today where it came from, Gary. Because obviously I think about the lives and all of you. You're all like real people to me. Obviously you're all real people, but you're all in my heart. And I truly love you all. And later on I'll reflect on some of the things and sort of see what the patterns are and see like, what does Gary need for his freedom? What does Steve need? What do I see but see that they're not ready to see? And then I actually say, what does Ren, like I say, what does Ren need? What does Christine? And I sort of process it. You guys know I'm a processor, and I'll like process it and see. So Gary, I'd like to hear that you're self-deprecating because that's your cookie cutter. And the more you can say it and become aware of it and shift it, the more power you're giving. So where did this come from? Where does that come from? Feely, your energy is motivating. Thank you. Jen, I like excited Manal. Slow Manal makes me a little sleepy. Also, you guys compared me to a Netflix, and I know that people are coming in and it's sort of like, yes, I'm sort of am an entertainer, like sort of entertaining. Did I kill it, guys? Should I slow down? Did I kill it? Manal has many superpowers. How many times did I expose my S today? Feely, Manal's energy is terrifying. Don't see no, what is it? See no, hear no, say no evil. Jeff, somehow your excited energy has calmed me. Okay, good. Heidi, what's so nice? The community can help each other. Yes, we're pulling each other over the wall. Storm the wall. We're going to have it. It's called Storm the Wall. Storm the wall. Storm the Mattain. Storm the community. Storm the tribe. I don't know what we're going to call it, but we're all going, yes, Heidi, up and over the wall. Jen, we're on the same wavelength. Okay, Gary, I'm not even going there. What did Miney say to Mo? Eeny meeny. Eeny meeny is what Miney said to Mo. I think I got it. Jen, oh, Gary, meow pops into my head. Jen, I got it. Meow is the only word he knows. Valerie, beautiful Valerie. I've been quiet today, mostly listening, but I've been super overwhelmed with life. Good. That's what the topic is. You're in the right place, you beautiful Valerie. I felt a little relief today, but I need to consciously take a step back. I want to do everything all at once. I had that very recently. I wanted everything that I was looking for immediately. And that's about being present again, that it's all about everything now is okay. Now, I didn't stop. There's nothing wrong with the system. I just stopped. This is the time, before I finish Valerie's, this is the time for us to take 30 seconds and feel how everything is okay. What's better than that? What's better with that? Also feeling really sad with how I'm confronted with my feelings of unworthiness during every life. Valerie, that's what you're here for a safe setting to explore and to see and to honor your worthiness. That's why you're here. It's a safe place for you to do it, rather than burying yourself into things and numbing yourself. This is where to do it. You're doing the right thing by being here and by feeling it and to bring it out. And I'm going to just say the same thing that beautiful Gary just said, being an HSP. Yeah, you're an HSP too, and we haven't muscled it to be our superpower. So maybe you come in here and you feel all the energy And until you don't, it's okay. And we're just shifting it. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm not trying to intellectualize it. I'm trying to let you feel the truth of that. Okay, feel the truth of that. I think shifting to worthiness is too. No, Valerie, no. I need to finish reading first, but no, it's not too big for you. It's the human journey, and just honor where you are and every step we take. Today, people said baby steps, and I decided, no, not going to correct that. As long as you see yourself moving forward, I prefer to envision large, bold steps. Lately, my favorite emoji that on every conversation with somebody, it's the rocket ship emoji. It's my favorite emoji these days because I just feel like taking off. Big things. Go to Attaining Your Authentic Life and you'll see how many times I put the rocket ship. So if you want to be in baby steps, go for it. You want to take large, bold steps? Fantastic. Bear steps? Perfect. Coyote steps? I was trying to say leopard, cheetah. I don't know what cat I was trying to say. I was trying to say a big cat and it wouldn't come out. Fantastic. For me, I want rocket. So no, shifting to worthiness is all of our life journey. Some of the things that I accomplished this week shifted me towards worthiness, and I was cognizant of it, but I still am worthy, but we're going to continue to expand into it. So Valerie, maybe you don't have the right definition of worthiness. That's so insightful. Okay, I'm gonna finish reading this and okay, if I forget anybody, what we're gonna talk about is the right definition of worthiness, okay? I had the knowing, but shift on the emotional felt too big of a jump. Maybe I just need to trust. Yes, you do need to trust. All that has happened. Taking a step back and listening to my needs is already taking action to acknowledging worthiness. Yes, you already started. Interesting. Also, I love the power of our sensitivity. Beautiful. That was my point. When we say worthiness, and I said, okay, here, guys, we're here for worthiness, freedom, and love. I don't expect all of us to have infinite worthiness, freedom, and love. Because we're humaning. We are humans. We are on this human journey. And we are here to have a lifetime alignment and expansion towards those three. What we're looking for is acknowledgement of life's happening that's an indication of our calibration towards those three. So we're not judging where we are, but we're recognizing that there's a delta and we're working to, that's the muscling, decrease that delta every day. Decrease it, decrease it, decrease it, decrease it. And it's not linear, like fate isn't linear. And there's unconscious beliefs that we're working through. So Valerie, you sort of remind me today of what Amy was talking about, like I lost my belief in fate. And I'm like, well, that's because you're trying to be linear and conscious about fate. And fate is unconscious and unlinear. It's infinite. It's infinite. Fate is infinite and it's not linear and we don't see and we don't understand and there's more than we realize. You're doing the same thing with your worthiness. It's not linear. And this week, my accomplishments, my self-accomplishments, what I've been doing and what I've done made me feel so worthy. It's not to say that tomorrow there might be something that makes me feel like, ooh, you guys know my game is like, I'm so stupid. And that's like, that I'll be like, when I do it, I won't judge myself for not being successful. I'll just say, oh, look, my worthiness muscle is being played with. Yeah, yes. Okay, there's all these comments to Valerie. And then Valerie says, every time I sit in stillness, I feel overwhelmed. Good. That's what today's topic is. You're in the right place, Valerie. Emotionally, I realize that when you say don't overindulge, I do every time. Talk to me more about that. Emotionally, I realize that when you say, do I say don't overindulge or other people? I do every time. It's like I can't just observe. Oh, overindulge in the feelings. Okay, I get what you're saying. I do every time. It's like I can't just observe. Okay, I can't until I can. If you think you can't, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, think again. So that's what I'll say to that one. But that's okay. I like that you're telling, but I'm just shifting the things in there. If you think you can't, you can, you can. Why am I having tongue twists? I'll try it again. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, think again. I'll say it again. Valerie and to everybody. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, think again. That's what I was trying to say. I do every time. It's like I can't just observe. You can't until you can. So now we're moving till I can. Fantastic. There's a lot I'm grieving. Perfect. And grieving is a process. My meditation and talk about grieving and mourning. So I want you to honor the grieving process. You're grieving your old life. You're grieving the removal of it. You're grieving your transitions. You're grieving that you were looking for moving to a more of a state of independence and you haven't been. All of these things. Say what you're grieving, Valerie. Say what you're grieving. But that grieving and recognizing that you're in a journey of grieving is actually powerful. It's just so emotional to feel it all, you know. I feel I'm processing a lot from the past till now, but also focusing on my future with moving out, where I'm present. I feel overwhelmed and confused. I notice I'm stuck in my mind. I do what I can, meditation and breathing, etc. But yeah, it feels overwhelming a lot lately. Okay, Valerie, that's brilliant. And I think we need to go soon into a meditation so everybody can process their feelings and we can come out and see how everybody's feeling. Valerie, nothing that I read is unaligned with the natural human journey, life journey, particularly someone as young as you, of where you are in your stage of life and your desire and for the larger answers. So the only thing that's very heavy, which could allow for a really big shift that I see, is just your self-judgment that what's happening is bad. So everything that you've noted is wonderful. But the resistance on that resistance of self-judgment is where we can look at. So if you have different layers of resistance, and this is all of you, okay? And this is Gary too, because Gary, I feel like we haven't gotten to you. And I don't know, Amy, if you made your shift or not. And I don't know if Helen made her shift. We didn't finish talking. I think you wrote something about the accident, about your loss, and we didn't get back to it. So if you want to put it in there. But whoever hasn't made their shift yet today, okay? Whoever hasn't made their shift, and everybody that is still wanting to shift, everybody's included. If you haven't made your shift and you still want to make your shift, but if you made your shift, you might already be feeling the glee and you don't need to do this. But anyway, everybody do this exercise, but don't overindulge in your feeling if you made your shift. Look at your resistance. So Valerie, you've got your resistance to life and you want to move out on your own and you're having all this. And then look at the next layer of resistance, which is the judgment. And then you're overwhelmed and you're confused. You're judging yourself. How many layers of judgment, of resistance? If everybody go in your mind and look at your storylines, how many layers of resistance can you start to see? Okay? This is for everybody. Gary, I want you to do this one too. Self-sabotage, you're self-deprecating is one of your resistance. Good. Gary, 123. Good. Good. Valerie, I like that number too. Valerie feels like an onion. Good. Perfect. So what I want you all to recognize is really, 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 really powerful. Is your job, Gary, is the 123rd layer. And not to worry the other 122. And to just accept them and honor them. But you're just looking at the 123. Valerie too, your onion. That you accept all the rest and just like, oh, what's that resistance? Oh, that's my resistance. I'm getting everything wrong. Not that all of the layers, the additional layers is what's overwhelming you. But you can only be present really with one. But when you're layering and layering and layering and layering and overwhelmed or overwhelmed or overwhelmed, it's because you're layering them all. And you think that you have to attack them all. But you can't peel an onion from the inside out. And when we go to the unconditional 3, we're working from in to out. So this is just speaking specifically too. So I know we can grow immediately by going inside out. And there are modalities that we do from inside out. And a lot of the Mattain philosophies are from inside out. So I'm not suggesting that everything is from outside in. I'm speaking to the context of now and the context of Valerie, all your blah. Is that, yeah, if you're going to look at, if I'm going to look at when I'm in story mode and I'm feeling out of control and when I'm feeling bad, if I go into all of it and try to unsolve all that, yeah, it's going to feel overwhelming. So Valerie, you're getting your shift. You're feeling your shift. That's reassuring, Manal. Thank you. Sometimes feels it weird and feel disconnected from my peers, but also, yes, the judgment. I keep on adding resistance. Very fantastic. Lynn, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can, think again. Thank you, Lynn. I clearly needed that. Lynn, is there another coming out that we haven't celebrated? Is this Lynn? Is this Pixel Lynn? Is this Lynn with pixels as your profile pic? Is this Lynn coming out? Lynn, have you come out? Tell me, because I'm like overwhelmed with excitement if you have come out. I'm gonna cry. Is that you coming out, Lynn? Oh, I'm crying. I think it's Lynn. I think it's Lynn. Is that Lynn? Okay, Gary. I think I would not have a problem if there were only 123. Gary, that's the self-deprecating, and there's not even 123. You might have 3 or 4. Gary, list your okay, Gary, challenge you. List your layers. List your layers. Valerie, I feel really emotional. I don't want to share today, but I feel like I should. Valerie, let it all out, girlfriend. Let it all out. Let it all out. That's what we're here for. Let it all out. Let it all out. And Lynn, is that Lynn? Is that you, Pixel Lynn? Is that you, beautiful Pixel Lynn? Or it's another beautiful Lynn if it's not that Lynn, but I just want to know. So Gary and Valerie, let it all out. And everybody else that's looking for their shift, let it all out. Let it all out. Because my intention every day, every time we come into a live stream is for us. Lynn says, laugh aloud, a different Lynn, but you brought me a lot of joy. Oh my God, it brought me a lot of joy. Our other Lynn is pixeled, and I'm like, is that you, Lynn? Are you coming out with a picture of yourself? That's so beautiful. Thank you for helping me, Lynn. To you. Oh my God. Gary and Valerie, list your resistance. List your layers. Everybody, I want you to list the layers that you have. Let me think what my typical ones are. Obviously, I feel good today if it wasn't clear. Self-judgment. Shame is one of my layers. Self-judgment, which is a form of shame. Freedom and worthiness are there. And they usually layer on top of each other. So yeah, I've got 4. But when we're being present with our emotions, just want you to go through and touch one of them and taste one of them and understand one of them and then go into the next one and touch it and taste it and go into it. But I also want us to let them all go at once and not have to taste them all. But where you are and Gary right now is just this overwhelming, and it's because you're trying to just see them all and get to thump, right? You want to get there without climbing, but not that you have to climb. You could rocket shift. But there's a judgment that you have in where you are is bad. That's what it is. There's a judgment in where you are, that judgment in that where you are is bad. Okay, Valerie, just put any of them. There's anger, there's self-judgment, there's fear, there's sadness. Perfect, Gary, feeling unworthy, not knowing if I'll ever get through. Fantastic, Gary. Fantastic. Gary, this is going to be really insightful. R, avoidance of pain. Good. Sarah, I need to set boundaries, frustration. Sarah, you need to go deeper than that. Need to go deeper because setting boundaries is external to you. Go deeper. Gary, go further with me on not knowing if I'll ever get through. Get through where? There's a bit of self-deprecation in there. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Will I ever get through to what? Be a bit more descriptive for me of where you're trying to get through. I think you're going to recognize something, that big self-judgment that you have on yourself, that you're not going to figure this out, that you're going to die without figuring it out. Is that what it is, Gary? These are good, guys. This is really good. And it's not that Lynn, it's a different Lynn. Oh my goodness. Sarah, I want you to go more about the setting boundaries and frustration because, like I said, setting boundaries is outside of you. So I want you to come in and what are you frustrated with? And where do you see that it's about you and not about other people? Is it not self-respect? Is it not self-love? Is it not worthiness that you're allowing people to walk on you? Or what are those boundaries? Why don't you go further until the mirror and the lens on the answer is on you? I take on too much. Okay, so you're trying to get worthiness from other people, Sarah? Gary, to feeling carefree and relaxed. Good, good, good. And then Gary, oh, not knowing if I'll ever get through to feeling carefree and relaxed. Okay, now Gary, I know it's not a freedom thing, right? You're free, you're free. So it's the worthiness. Is it the happiness too, or is it the worthiness or the happiness? So Gary wants a carefree and relaxed life. It's the physical body. Your physical body's your teacher. Perfect. Gary, I'm starting to see something really good. Very good. Keep going, Gary. Valerie, yes, there is that judgment. I'm feeling not good enough. Have we talked about that before? Not in our forum, ever. I'll never be happy. You're getting to where Gary is. Valerie and Gary, do you see how much you're paralleling each other today? And do you see, Valerie, where Gary is in his stage of life and where you are in your stage of life? This can happen to us at any time. And so my children, my girls, are going through places that I went decades later. And it's amazing to me that they're so it's not to say, oh, Gary, look where you are. No, my girls are going through what I'm going through in the last 5-10 years. It's amazing to me that I see them mirror my most recent journey, and it's fascinating. And I'm like feeling that they're lucky that they get those answers early on. So I want you to know how lucky you are. Maybe my dad, he's my dad after all. I'll never be happy. Things will not turn out well for me. Life is a struggle because of who I am. I am different. I'm not smart enough. I should be ashamed of myself. I'm not capable no matter how hard I try. I'm alone. I always feel that. I am too much of a critic. I am unworthy. Fantastic. And now how do you feel, Valerie, about saying that all? Gary, being able to handle normal and difficult stressors. Okay, so Gary, the way to that, and again, I'm intellectualizing it. We're going to shift. I'm not going to leave anybody not shifting. Is that, first of all, it's what we talked about earlier, about fate and about it is what it is. And I'm going to reword that, being able to handle life. We're going to keep coming back to being overwhelmed by life. Being able to handle life. So what is life? What is life to you all? What is life? Oh my goodness. Gary's going to adopt Valerie tomorrow. Amy, I think my resistance is fear that something else bad will happen and I'm scared of hurting it. Perfect, perfect. So I'll stay in my shell. Back to my previous comments of snuggling to believe in fate in the moment. Perfect. So then, Amy, I'm rationalizing it, but I'm doing it intentionally so you can be aware of the coping mechanism you're using and it's not working. So I don't believe in shift through the mind, but I am intellectually mirroring back your words so you can intellectually see it. Okay, so it's my purpose for you for that, because sometimes there is a mental shift that helps us, and I see it in you. Okay, I'm scared of being that something bad is going to happen, so instead I'm just going to stay stuck and unhappy and in my shell. Can you hear that in your comment? I'm scared that I am good. Good. So can you offer your shift since you saw I was able to mirror back to you what I heard? Do you feel a shift? And can you welcome what that is? Ren actually went through something similar, Amy, where she was like, I feel miserable for not drinking. And then I said, okay, drink. She goes, I feel miserable when drinking. And I'm like, can you see that you're miserable anyway? She laughed and she said, yes, look, I'm pulling out my victim. And then she was able to see it in the mirror. So sometimes using the mental layer, and this is a teaching to everybody, sometimes logically does help when it does help. It's an art. It's a feeling. I just felt like now we could go to the mind. And I'm not asking for a mental shift, but I'm offering the ability to look at the loop that you're in. I'm scared to be unhappy, so I'm going to stay unhappy. Well, do you want to shift that now? Not sure I feel shift, but it's a pretty stupid thing to do. Well, no, it's an awareness of the loop that you're in. Maybe I do feel shift actually because I can't stay like that. Good. That's that we're trying to offer. So Amy, what's your shift? Okay. Jen, self-judging, ashamed, unworthy, angry, sad, determined, tenacious, strong, and powerful. Fantastic, Jen. Fantastic. And so I don't want you to effort the strong and powerful and tenacious. I think tenacious is a positive word. I want that to be flowing and weightless. And so we get through the self-judging, the ashamed, the unworthy, the angry, and the sad, and the determined, so the strong, the powerful, and the tenacious can be weightless, okay? So that's what we're doing, everybody. We just keep going through, and we're not going to judge our energy and our emotions because it's all part of the human journey. And it's karma, and it's fate, and it's not linear, and it's not conscious, it's unconscious. And so if we want to trust, we can choose to trust. What do you want to trust? You decide what you want to trust, but I like trusting. Valerie, yes, I do feel like it's a power that I'm able to do so vulnerable at my age, but then I'm judging. That's what we're working on right now, Valerie, is your judgment. Because I tell myself, Val, you're only saying this because it makes you feel better comparing to others, and then I hate myself for even thinking that. And I don't want you to compare yourself to others. I just want you to be happy with your journey. So I feel ashamed for sharing it, but also relieved. Fantastic, Valerie. That's the release that you need. But it's not about feeling like you're better than other 24-year-olds. Who cares how other 24-year-olds old? You're all in your journeys. There's some kids that have things when they're younger, and maybe it's lucky because they get over it when they're older, but it doesn't really matter. It's about honoring where you are. Honoring where you are. Honoring where you are. I just see Manal. Let's make Gary cry week again. Good, Gary. I see you. I'm going to keep saying it to you. I see you, and I see your power, and I'm going to cry now too. Manal, Val, and my daughter are exactly the same age and remind me of each other. Aw, beautiful. That's so beautiful. Amy, taking you in my pocket too. What did Amy say? I feel a little more able to trust and open up. Good. It's all about trust. It's all about trust that perhaps there is still good. Yes, there is good out there, and perhaps some of it will come my way. And if it doesn't already, have lots of wonderful things to be happy about. Fantastic, Amy. And you guys, what is the show? The Good Life? Is it called The Good Life, where they die and they go to heaven or a pseudo heaven, and then they're trying to get themselves out? The Good Place. I knew there was something wrong with it. The Good Place. I think I talked about it. That show is so powerfully insightful. I said it. I don't know if I should say it. I didn't necessarily love the comedic avenue because it doesn't align with my dry humor that well, maybe it is dry, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. But the depth and that, like, I would love to be one of those writers in that writing room talking about writing a comedy about the really bigger meaning in life. And the theme of it is that there's humans that were bad and they went to purgatory. They're trying to decide where they should go, to heaven or hell, but maybe it's not fair because their life circumstances made them bad, but they were given positive life circumstances, they would be good. And so this whole show about unfolding, about talking about conditioning and karma and fate, it's such a spiritual show. Like, I was blown away by the spirit. My kids liked it, so we watched it during COVID. I don't think I watched it as rigorously as them, but I joined them. I see the hearts. It's just resonating. So the point is that we don't know. We don't know what our karma is. We don't know what we're here for. We don't whatever, but it's the judgment. That's today's thesis with an overwhelmed life, because it's overwhelmed me and we're judging ourselves. That judgment on ourselves is creating the overwhelmment. I think that's a good part of the thesis. Yeah? Valerie, yes, who cares? But I do feel like it's a worthiness thing. It is a worthiness thing, and you're going to keep working on it. It's fine. I don't even know how I actually compare. Maybe it's just judgment as soon as I recognize my power. It's just weird. Yeah, it's just being you. It's just being beautiful. It's just honoring your journey. It's just stop judging yourself and comparing yourself to others. It's stop comparing yourself to 50-year-olds or 40-year-olds or 30-year-olds or 20-year-olds or 10-year-olds or 15-year-olds. It's about Valerie being Valerie, and Valerie being in the right place that she should be for her 24-year-old journey. And that whether her 24-year-old journey is different than another 24-year-old journey, and whether you're lucky or they're lucky, it doesn't really matter. Everybody is lucky to be on their journey. Boom. Full stop. Full stop. Gary's lucky to be on his journey. Valerie's lucky to be on his journey. Lynn is lucky to be on her journey. Jen is lucky to be on her journey. Amy is lucky to be on her journey. Christine is lucky to be on her journey. Jeff is lucky to be on his journey. We're all lucky to be on our journey. And to truly feel how fortunate you are to live the Manal life, the Valerie life, the Gary life, that you feel so satisfied that you picked the role of Jen, of Amy, of Jeff, of Monica, of Lynn, that you feel like, I am so happy that in this lifetime I picked to be me, because wow, what an amazing journey. It's great to be me. I'm so happy to be me. There's no other person or character I would have picked, because I had some really fun and interesting learning and growing from this experience. Jen, we all deserve an Oscar. We all deserve an Oscar. And I was blessed with people with other leading roles that got a supporting actor and actress Oscar with me. That's what the name of the game is. Valerie, yes, I sometimes think about being someone else, but no way, I wouldn't imagine that. Fantastic, Valerie. Then that's where we want to get to honoring it then. If that's truly how you feel, then it's time to honor it. Feels like it should be a song. It's time to honor it. Gary is lucky that Manal isn't singing. Gary, I started singing. Gary's lucky. Gary's lucky to be Gary. Gary has amazing children, and he would not want to be with anybody else. Gary's lucky he's had an amazing, interesting storyline, and he doesn't want to be anything else. So once Gary decides that's true, then Gary's going to start loving himself and stop judging when he doesn't feel good, when he feels any level of resistance, and it's okay when you do, because it's part of being Gary. And we're going to take care of that 122 layer to 121 to 120, 119, 118, 117, 16. Don't make me count all the way to 0. And right now, you might be at 0. Amy, I don't want to be afraid anymore. So what's the opposite of that? What word other than weightless am I trying to get to? Amy, thank you. You're trying to get to. Put in the words, everybody. What's the opposite of afraid? Trusting, loving, happy, free, worthy, aligned, peaceful, courageous, capable, surrendered, accepting, lighthearted, powerful, empowered. Who was it that said earlier, I feel empowered now? I want to say Monica, but it wasn't Monica. Empowered. 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 Amazing. You guys all feel that? Do you feel the shift in our virtual room? Does everybody feel the shift in our virtual room? I feel it. I see the hearts going. See the hearts going. I feel the shift. That's my intention. Every inspiration for all of us to shift to recognizing how beautiful we are. How beautiful you are. How powerful we are. How beautiful life is. That's where I like to get every time. We need to vote for Manal as this year's Grammys. Oh my goodness. Resistance. I wish I understood it better. Gary, you do. That's the GCDC coming up. That's the GCDC. Deepanshu, namaste, man. Ma'am, thank you, Don. Thank you, namaste. Namaste. I'm getting votes for a Grammy. How exciting. How exciting. Gary, resistance is the gift. Resistance is your gift. Resistance is my gift. Resistance points us towards our worthiness and our freedom and the unconditional three and our happiness. Resistance is a gift. And the question is, do you use it as a gift? How do you use it? I choose to use it as a gift. I hear everything that everybody says in typing, and I hear, feel, taste, smell, see the resistance, and I offer a way to shift it. And you all see, I dance between the four bodies. The only shift that can happen is in the emotional body. But we dance as a community the whole time. We've been dancing between the egoic, setting firm beliefs about trust and surrender, higher being, God. Mental, we demonstrated with Amy where I had to show her, your logic isn't really working, and the shift had to happen in the mental because some of our resistance are untrue beliefs. And so sometimes you have to recognize that and shift it into mind. Emotional is where the real shift comes, but all four bodies are playing together. So the emotional, what are you feeling? What are you feeling? And then the physical. And the physical is us living and being in the physical feelings. So today was a great one where we just kept dancing between the four bodies. And bringing the awareness in the four bodies. And that's because life, overwhelmed by life, is about the four bodies. Life, what are we doing as life, as we're humaning, connected to something bigger, spirit, to God, to higher power, to you guys choose it. You all know that my word is God, my word is spirit, my word is inner body. Charlene, what are the four bodies? The four bodies, the egoic body. Where are my two hands? They're not meeting. My hands hasn't met. The egoic body, which is my beliefs, and what comes to I am, their spiritual belief. It's spiritual egoic belief, egoic body. I am. And this is connection to bigger, to greater. Kendra, thank you. It went through, thank you. To bigger, greater. I am is where we want to get to. Not I am overwhelmed by life, and I am this, and I am that, and I this, and I'm not good enough. Then the mental body, this is where our thoughts and our thought processes and our mind is processing for all of the four bodies. So sometimes we think our mind is active, but it's actually translating for the other four bodies. So differentiating between the four bodies and what the mind is talking about is imperative. The emotional body, which is our emotions, our happiness, our anger, our sadness, our frustration, and our physical body, which is the physical things that we feel, the physical pain as well. Guys, I need a massage. As well as how we show up in life. Our physical body, the four bodies. And when they're all in alignment, we feel great. When one of them has resistance, we don't. Boom. That's what it's all about. Amy, life has overwhelmed me. And Charlene, I talk about this during all my inspirations, all my meditations, all my talks, all my this. This is the Mattain philosophies. There's certain set of like Mattain, this Mattain by Manal, philosophies and concepts that we go over and over and over. And the more that you follow and come, you'll hear there's a certain language that we pick up, and there's like humaning is a word, and four bodies is a word, and efforting is a word, like all these different things, because so resistance is a word that means X, Y, and Z. So it allows us to have a common set of understanding to allow us to get to our authentic expression of self. Did that help, Charlene? Amy, I was happier when I trusted, not too scared. There we go. You're now telling. So what do you want to trust? And Amy, you're not the first one that's closed out the higher being. Charlene, my pleasure. Did that give you insight? Is that what you're looking for? Amy, you're not the only one that closed out, got angry at the higher being, angry at life. One of my dearest spiritual friends sometimes says, I don't know why I'm here. I wish that I was back into the ethos. I feel like I should be part of it. And might be true, but she's here and she's humaning. But it's a common expression for us to feel, to disconnect from the egoic when we're struggling through our human life, because it's almost like when you get mad at your mom and dad, it's like, what are you doing? You shouldn't, I feel bad. This is all your fault. It's almost like, what are you doing? If fate was supposed to be good, then why do I feel bad? What are you doing? You're not doing your job. And, you know, every mom and dad know that sometimes our children, I have to my mom and dad, project their lack of confidence and self-worth on themselves, on their parent. So that's the same sort of behavior, is like, this is the parent. Inner being, God, universe, blah, 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 is the parent. And it's like, if you're really there, then why do I feel this way? Because there's a bigger meaning. There's a bigger meaning. Do we want to lean into it, or do we want to close off to it? But clearly we feel what happened when you close off to it. Feels bad. Feels bad. Feels awful. Feels bad. Feels bad. Have I mentioned that it might feel bad? Did I mention it? Didn't mention? So Amy is feeling happier, I think. Amy shifted. Valerie, you shifted? Valerie, did you shift? Did you shift? Did you shift? Who else was looking to shift? Gary, have you shifted? Did you shift? Who else was looking to shift? Have we shifted? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling? Good. Amy, I need to fail my brave and lean into it. Good. Good. Good, Amy. I'm gonna translate that. I will lean into my alignment. I know the truth, and I'm gonna lean into my truth. I see the beauty of who I am, and I'm going to allow that radiance to guide me. Amy, are those good? Valerie, I'm glad I could, everything good. And do you feel better? Gary, Manal, it's weird how right now I have very little anxiety, but I feel sad, almost like I'm losing a part of me. That's probably good for me. Yeah, Gary, we identify. We do identify. I don't know if you went into Attaining Your Authentic Life, because I was like, Gary, where are you? Are you okay? Because you haven't said anything for a while. And Jen wrote a bunch, and Jane wrote a bunch, and I wrote a bunch. And some of it was speaking to you. So you go in there and read some of that stuff. But it was sort of like part of the process of, once we're sort of muscling through this all, you'll feel a lot of the emotions that you kept out of you and suppressed for so long in an intense way. But when you, like Valerie said, when you're able to become an observer of it, you become empowered by it. But you have, I'm going to cough, guys. I'm so sorry. I hate when I cough online because I don't know how it comes up on the mic, but I have to. Sorry. It's natural to just sort of feel and like wave through it, ride it out. So it's okay. And we do identify with our anxiety, with our sadness, with our frustration, with being depressed, with people feeling sad for us and sorry for us. We do identify with it. So there is a release of identity that goes away when Amy decides that she's going to lean into her light, into her radiance. There's going to be an identity that's going to be like, ooh, who am I? When I stopped being tired, I was like, ooh, who is this woman? There was a feeling that I had shifted from. I remember one day, I remember riding to school and I felt this, and I made a lot of shifts in my physical life and my diet and stuff to get rid of it. And I almost didn't know who I was when I was calm. Like, wait a second, I'm not like going out like you guys think I am. I'm actually pretty aligned and relaxed and content from inside. But in the past, I would look like I was relaxed, but inside it was like, I identified with it. So honor the process of letting go of the past identities and feelings, coping mechanism that doesn't serve you anymore. So honor that process. Honor that process. And Gary, the fact that you're aware of it is powerful. Very powerful. Very powerful. Good. So am I feeling and hearing alignment? Kendra, I'm having to deprogram. Good, Kendra. Instead of deprogram, I offer another few different words? But I'll honor that process. Calibrate. I like align. I like be in balance, be in my balance, be in my balance. Not find balance, but be in my balance. That flowing and weightlessness, just deprogram sort of feels like there's something broken. And I think Thursday or Friday, it's Friday because of my calendar this week. Friday, we're actually going to talk about wholeness in your journey, and it's about being broken. It's about things being broken. Yes, I was a broken child. There we go, Kendra. So Friday will resonate with you. And so one of the theses that we do, the intention is in all of the play that we do together is recognize that we're not broken. We're whole. And actually in the description, I was like, I wonder if I should wrote the word broken so it could resonate with the brokenness in us. And I decided to do whole. Sometimes I go for the negative and sometimes I go for what we're establishing, and it depends on the language, but I ultimately like to use the empowered voice. But sometimes I know that it resonates more with the non-empowered voice, or the victim voice, or the pain voice is probably the best word. But yeah, you're not broken. So deprogram or reprogram means that you're broken. You're not broken. Valerie's not broken. Gary's not broken. Just we're all living the human journey, and we're meant to be. We're meant to be. We're meant to be. We're meant to grow. We're meant to expand. We're meant to feel. We're meant to experience. We're meant to question. We're meant to judge. We're meant to be ashamed. We're meant to be embarrassed until we're not. And then we balance and align with our truth. Good, Kendra? Good? Good? You are whole. If you guys want to know what's going to happen on Friday and not attend, you're whole. The difference is on Friday, we'll get to a point that we're all radiating, exuding it. But if I tell you right now you're whole and you're radiating it, exuding it, you've got it. You've got Friday. But it's fun. Our community is fun. Our laughter is fun. My singing is fantastic and amazing. My singing is so good. I almost also started to sing hello at the Attaining Your Authentic group. I'm like, where's everybody? I almost started singing Adele's hello and Lionel Richie's hello. I don't know how many of you have seen the parody where Adele's singing hello and then Lionel Richie sings his hello back at her. Anyway. I was going to be like, hello, in Adele's voice, and like Lionel Richie saying, hello. Anyway, I digress. How is everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling? I see a single heart, another, maybe another, maybe another, few hearts going. Neil Diamond's hello. We'll add Neil Diamond. Gary, I'm going to tell you again. If you have a modality that you are doing that is not helping you feel better after the session, look, there's a lot of things that can help you feel better. I wouldn't pay money and spend time to go something that after I'm done, I'm not feeling better. Every deep-rooted that I know of, you come out in that moment feeling better, and then your unconscious processes it. So I'm not saying that you're unconscious and there's not a lot of things, but there's so many great modalities that you don't need to pick one that you have to decompress and be in pain for a while after. Not worth it. Not worth it. It's a bit of your MO. So, but just flirt and experiment with other choices. The tail has come back. Cosmo back. Kendra says better with your wisdom. Okay, fantastic. 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 Okay. I feel like we've gotten to completion. Should we do like a 10-minute, just a really light, not digging into our resistance, but really, because I think we ended up going through and talking through everybody's, but just really a light meditation? What does everybody want? What do we all want? Let me move the camera for a second so everybody can see Cosmo. Say hi, Cosme. Ah, my baby. I see hearts. I think hearts mean yes. I have completed light works for me. I have concluded that hearts mean yes. Except sometimes I'll ask two questions and I'm like, Manal, that was not really smart because you just asked two questions and you don't even know what's being said yes to. Okay, let's just do it like a 5-minute meditation. Everybody, if anybody wants to say anything, go for it. But just get connected with your body. Just get relaxed. Get into whatever physical position that allows for your greatest comfort. And let's take a deep breath in. And release. Take a second deep breath in. Indulge in the gap. And release. And take a third and final deep breath in. And release. What an amazing journey we had today of recognizing that overwhelmed by life means overwhelmed by self. And that many of us are holding resistance of different flavors. And it's not bad. It's actually great. What's bad is the belief that it's bad. And even that isn't bad, because that belief and all that resistance is what guides you to alignment. All that resistance guides you to truth. The truth of the beauty of your worthiness, your freedom, and your love. And together we are going to have so much fun calibrating to the truth of the human journey. We are worthy, we are free, we are love. And any condition that keeps us from feeling those three feelings is part of the normal human journey. It's to teach us to reinforce the truth of our truth. And resistance is powerful. Resistance guides us to truth. Together, we're going to embrace a life of recognizing the beauty, the strength, the power, the empowerment of resistance, so life can feel weightless, balanced, flowing, happy, aligned, powerful, empowered, fun, courageous, powerful, worthy, and free. And we have an amazing community to do it with, because sometimes it's just a bit more fun to do it with others. We have a community that speaks the same language. The language of love. The language of truth. The language of us each being whole. And that we are playing the right role for this human journey. I'm meant to be me, and you are meant to be you. And we're doing fantastically amazing the roles that we're playing. Together we're going to create the intention of honoring our journey, honoring others, and honoring ourselves. You know why? Because life just feels so much better when from a place and tasted and experienced from a place of surrender, of trust, of acceptance, and of knowing that we are part of something bigger. Allow the light, beautiful light of the universal divine, allow that light just to shine. Sort of embrace your whole body. Imagine yourself in a bubble of light. Just imagine this light expanding, expanding, expanding. Just filling the room that you're sitting in, expanding it. This light is this flavor of unconditional love. The flavor of unconditional happiness. And the flavor of unconditional freedom. Know that this light is always with you. You can call on this light at any time to give you that sense of safety, security, strength, power, alignment, love, happiness, comfort. Now imagine that same light just coming in and entering through the crown of your head, just bathing your head and bathing your third eye chakra, going through your head, coming into your shoulders, and just releasing anything that is keeping you from your unconditional flow, from your weightlessness. Imagine this light going through your arms, and any energy that no longer serves just comes out through the palms of your hand. It just goes back into the universe and back into the light. Imagine the light just continuing through your head and in through your throat and your neck, bathing you, opening you up to the truth of the fullest expression of your authentic self. Allow this light to continue to go down into your chest and to anchor into your heart. Oh, imagine the light from the core of the earth, the deepest, corest spot of the earth, just coming in and through the soles of your feet. Feel the beauty of it as it just anchors you to the ground, to the earth, and you're supported by earth. Imagine, if you like, the roots of light going through your soles of your feet to the core of the earth and expanding as far as you like, that is constantly keeping you grounded to this earth. Feel the light enter through the soles of your feet, through your calves, your knees, through your thighs, your pelvic area, through your solar plexus, and lighting you up. You can. You can. You can everything. You can anything. You can. Imagine the light continuing into your heart where it connects with the light from the universal divine and just sparks, fills your whole cavity. You're connected to the ground. You're supported by the universe. You are just amazing, just as you are. You are where you're meant to be. Your life journey has taken you to this point in life, and you're exactly where it's intended. And our life's purpose is to be in the now, to be present, to let go of our attachments to past, to judgment, to outcome, to let go of our attachment to anxiety, to fear, to any resistance, let go of our attachment to the future, and just align with truth, with beauty, with surrender. I'm going to pause and let these concepts just integrate into your body for a minute. Create any further intentions for this moment, for the rest of the day, for the week, for the month, for your lifetime. I will call you back in a minute. Wonderful. At this point, I'm going to count to 5. At 3, open your eyes. Join us all back in the virtual room. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes and join us back in the room. 4 and 5. Hello everybody, Amy. Manal, the help you give is incredible. I hope that when you have a bad day, you have something to turn to that helps you and brings you back to happiness, because the world would be a darker place without you. Oh, Amy. Flushing alert, thank you. This is what makes my days incredible, is for us all just to amplify, for us all to get over the wall. Get over to the wall. And I'm blessed with a lot of people. I'm so blessed with so many people that get me over the wall. So the answer is yes, I do. I have so many friends, so many people that encourage me to get over the wall. They push me over the wall. They pull me over the wall. And when I feel grumpy, they're like, Manal, you don't express it enough. Come on over the wall. Anyway, so yes. But this is what lights my life, is us all getting over the wall, getting over the wall. Because you know what? The wall is self-created. The wall is a perception, a misperception. And it's nice to have somebody to mirror back, to hear, and then to remind that, hey, that wall, self-created. Want to go over it? Yeah, let's do it. I don't know if my analogy went off for a bit, but thank you, Amy. You're beautiful. And I'm glad that you feel better. And just explore what your beliefs are and your connection to greater, because I truly believe that, I don't care what you call it, but just feeling that our human journey has a greater purpose, and that purpose is us, is integral to, and it doesn't matter if you call it light, I don't care what you call it, but just that connection, because that's what the connection is, our connection to earth and our connection to bigger. Manal, does your tea stay hot for 2 hours, or that must be just incredible? No, Valerie, I don't mind drinking my coffee and tea. Interesting note about Manal, she does not have to drink her coffee or tea, and I can nurse it for hours, and it has to start off full to the top and boiling hot. If it's not anything front, that I won't start it, but I can nurse it for as long as I need. But I do have, my friends have those Amazon mugs that keep them warm. I felt it was underrated. And there's the thermal ones, but I really don't enjoy drinking out of something that's not ceramic. So that's my answer, Valerie. Manal doesn't have to drink her tea or coffee hot, but it has to start. Super hot. Interesting Manal's fun facts. Gary, Manal messaged you in the circle. Yeah, and Gary, there was a bunch of stuff that was written, and that was for you too. Mary Alice, thank you so much, Manal and everyone. Fantastic. Thank you, Mary Alice. I always love to see you here. I love to see everybody here, but I haven't seen it. Anyway, I'd love to see you here. Okay, so I have the next two, which usually means that we need to do more. Valerie, love this community so much. Valerie, do you feel better? Does everybody feel better? Does everybody feel better? Because that's my intention. My intention is for everybody to feel better than when they started. It's my intention. Everybody comes in, and sometimes I have trouble ending it because I'm like, I can see that there's still not alignment, and that's not okay for me. I want everybody to feel better and to get into alignment, because if you're going to commit your time to being here, and then I'm going to commit myself for you to find the alignment that you are looking for. And it doesn't matter what resistance you have, because it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. Charlene, wow, thank you so much. Fantastic, Charlene. Valerie, yes, I feel such a relief after sharing and just being. I'm glad I decided to share it anyway. I'm glad too, Valerie. Jen, thank you, everyone in Manal. I feel amazing to be part of this community too. Oh, me too. Ah, the blushing, we all love each other moment. It's my favorite moment. So, Friday, I alluded to it a few times. 1:30 at 1:27, wholeness in the journey. And you know what's so interesting? I see the hearts going. Is that Oprah? I know I talk about Oprah. She's actually the one that started me on my journey. If I had to say, obviously, other than my mom and dad, okay, mom and dad, I love you, and yes, your spirituality and the way that you raised me really helped me form who I am. So put that to the side. Sounded so unappreciative. No, it's saying it's obvious, like my mom and dad. It's sort of, don't make me state the obvious, my mom and dad. And okay, my brothers too. You want to be loved too? Okay, my brothers. Okay, and my children too. You want to be called out? Okay, and my nieces. Oh shit. Oh my God, that's a shit. This will never end. Anyway, and my friends. I hope you're all laughing at me. Oprah, and I'm dating myself, and Donahue. Oprah and Donahue were my first teachers, and they were both sort of competitors at that time, or they were pit against each other for the while when TV and life was different, and it couldn't be and, it had to be or. But well, Donahue, and does everybody know Donahue and Oprah were the ones that taught to ask questions, and it's okay to dig deep and go inside and to understand. I used to watch both of them, their talk shows, and going deeper into humanity and humans and people and relationships. And then Oprah started to get much more spiritual, where Donahue then sort of stayed with the relationships. And anyway, what my point is that Oprah's right now is all about wholeness, and she said that the first time she heard the word wholeness was about Jane Fonda. So it's really interesting, because I'm like, oh, we've been saying wholeness in our community for quite some time. Well, obviously Jane Fonda has been too, but it's in starting the new year, I've been noticing a big shift, and everything is about wholeness. And I'm like, well, I don't want to use wholeness, think that I'm copying it, but it's not. It's a word that's part of the spiritual community for a long time. But anyway, I digress. So we're talking about wholeness. I didn't really digress, because it's talking about wholeness in the journey, but my Blues Clues notebook, that's on 10:30 on Friday, 127, and then on 131, which I believe is next Tuesday, at 101. When I was doing the one, I wanted to put 101 for the beauty and the symmetry. Laughter as a tool for healing. And this is where Gary, come in with any of your Minimo comments or so whatever you want to do, but laughter is a tool for healing. So that's what we have for the next two inspirations. Obviously, there's meditations everywhere. There's talks everywhere. Join Attaining Your Authentic Life. It's joining your 10th life. But every avenue I can be found and connected with and loved and cared. Jen's getting ready for her jokes and Miney Mo jokes as well. I liked my answer. What did Miney say to Mo? Eeny, meeny. I thought that was better than meow, personally. Maybe we can take some, like, not that I'm competitive, extremely so. Oh my God, they started to like call me out during the family game nights, like the extended family, and my kids are so competitive now, and I'm like, oh my God, I created this. I created this. So competitive in family game night. It's like it's family game night. So competitive, so competitive. all three of them, that I have now become passive because I'm like, I can't compete. I don't know if I don't care anymore, and now I see them as competitive. Jen, I want to join that. Oh my God, over the holidays, I had to abstain for some because they were, I'm like, whoa, it's too much for me. Woo, woo. Oh my goodness. Another thing to happen when we do our lives is game night. We can do game night and see who of us are really the very competitive ones. I have an idea of who could be. But sometimes there's closet competitor, like people are like closet competitors that when game night comes up, that all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that's a part of your character that I did not see. Oh my goodness. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a recovering sporty person. Jen, we know. Yeah, you're a recovering competitive one too. Yes, you are. You are taking them down without being seen. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, everybody, you're marvelous. You are marvelous. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate from the core of my being for you all to come in to share things that are like deep and secret, and things that you're like, I can't believe I said that. Like, did I really say that I feel this? And I know that to share means you feel safe and safe in this with all of us, and safe in me hearing it and reading it and speaking over it and speaking to it, and I can't tell you how much that means to me, to my core. So thank you. We're going to keep growing together, because that's what I realize I'm here for in life. To just grow, to expand, to love, to live, to find that perfect alignment in the perfection of our journey. Not to be perfect, but to find the perfection in the beauty of our journey, our journeys, and it doesn't matter whose journey and how it unfolds, it is beautiful. So you're all beautiful. I love you all. I thank you all for all your gifts, your participation, your heart, your being, your soul, your desire for growth, and I got my eyes on you. And we'll keep growing and expanding and loving and laughing and being together. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Love you all. My love. Always. Don't forget to go to my website, sign up for my newsletters, and follow me. Instagram, Facebook, InsightTimer, and YouTube.